Alright guys, it's Shalom with the Paradox Gaming Network and Ashes of Creation and Intrepid Studios. They did their account services upgrade yesterday. And did it work? What did they deliver? We're going to do a little bit of grading time. First things first, they did say that the downtime was going to be from 0900 to 2100 Pacific time. And I have to say that things came up at 1808 their time. That's when I was able to get in. So by any measuring stick, that's good. That's early. Good sign that they're able to get up what they have ready in a timely fashion. First part is we're going to talk about the referral system. The referral system was one of the two big things that they were saying would happen with this patch. There was a lot of stuff in the background that was going to happen. As I said in my other video, that's the not sexy stuff. But the referral system was one of the big ones. They said that the codes would be in place, and the codes were in place. I do like the fact that the code got simplified. It got shortened. It used to be a really long string of numbers. It never worked anyway. That fact lets me know that they've been in there. They've been touching. They've been tweaking. That's good. They said that the legacy referrals would be showing when you logged in. And there they are. I have 208 referrals now. So big thank you to everyone who helps support me. That's about 98.57% accurate. I had 211 in December when the system went down. I have 208 now. Now, I am going to say for all of my fellow content creators, I have already pinged Toast with a little bit of information. For like, 1.5% is not a big deal for a small content creator. For a really big content creator that has thousands and thousands of referrals, that would start to add up. So hopefully get a little something, a little snippet from Intrepid. My guess is that they could be duplicate accounts or fraud accounts, non-verified accounts, something of that nature. Just would be good to get that from Intrepid. So the verdict here is that they delivered on the referral piece. Now, I am going to say that there were a few errors when the site first came up. The big one was that people could not create new accounts. And truthfully, it's better to not be able to make them and have those referrals lost than being able to make accounts and have those referrals lost. Now, on the topic of referrals lost, here's one. This comes up quite often and got to have kind of a heart-to-heart with the community and in expectation management. I hear a lot where somebody who's already joined the community, they've already made their account, they say, I wish I could give a referral to someone. I wish I could use someone's referral code. But ask yourself and be honest. Did that person really refer you, or are you just trying to be nice? Because remember, as much as you want to be nice to that person and help them get 15%, Intrepid's not Blizzard, it's not EA, it's not, massive, huge game that's going to have these really deep pockets. I mean, you're talking about a small company that's trying to make an MMO, and you're really kind of talking about, legitimately, you're talking about stealing 15% from them because that person isn't really responsible. Now, when you start being the other side of that, you get mad and angry and pissed, and hey, the referral system didn't work, and it should work, and this, that. Did you really sell the person, or did you just casually mention it? Now, like I said, that's all up to you. That's all internal. But remember, referrals are a commission. They're kind of the reward. They're not even kind of the reward. They're the reward for bringing people. And the referral program is really generous. It's kind of like the Amazon affiliate program, but better. At the Amazon affiliate program, if you click through my link for this item, I get paid, but I don't get paid every single time you make a purchase. I only get paid when you go through my item link. So the fact that they're doing 15% just because I brought you in one time, that's really generous. Now, with that said, I do want to talk about 0500 this morning, Pacific time. It's Tuesday. People could still not create accounts. There's some sort of issue with the display names. That's going to be addressed when the team arrives today. I want you to just remember that. Put that fact over in the parking lot. We're going to address it again in a second. Now, they also said that forum names would be possible, and they are the other big thing people were waiting for. But they're not actually in the forums. This is throwing some people for a little bit of a loop. You need to go into your Ashes of Creation account management. And on the left-hand side, you'll see what looks like what's on the screen. And it's going to say set forum display name. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, why isn't it in the forums? And it should be in the forums. It's forums. Remember, all of this account management stuff is the single sign-on solution. So that's why it's in your account management. It's not intuitive that it would be there, but it is in fact in the right place. This is another one of those times this morning I'm gonna be on Intrepid's side. They do have it in the right place. If some people have said, well, you could do a duplicate in the forums tied up. No. Just change your forum name in the one place. Let's make it easy. I am gonna say that they said the inventory would be working, and the verdict is it's mostly working. This is a lot better looking now. It doesn't show you by columns or category. It shows you everything you've gotten. It's going to give you a tracking number. That right there builds a little bit of confidence for me, even though some other things don't look as good as it should. The fact that there's tracking numbers is going to allow them to more accurately manage purchases. Big thing here is a couple of people got bent out of shape about this 20% experience grant. What this is this is for APOC, not the MMORPG. This is where I always tell people, I'm never going to tell you that you can't go like full throttle or full rage, but make sure you know what you're talking about before you go full rage. This isn't pay to win. This is something you earn through the completion of the 2 paths in APOC. Now, I will say, I did point this out 8 months ago that they should change this database item from 20% experience grant to 20% experience grant dash APOC just to stop those arguments in advance. But hey, they make their decisions. Now, I know some people are going to say the purchase history is blank. That's okay. Don't panic. Your stuff is there. Now, where you do want to panic and put in a ticket is if you're supposed to have stuff and you had stuff Sunday or Saturday or Friday, whenever the last time you logged in, and now you don't have stuff. The migration system should be working if you haven't logged in since December 18th. Give it a bit. I don't know how long a bit is. We should hear something from Toast today. They said it should be much more rapid. They may have some problems. The only time I think you should panic is if you had stuff showing over the weekend. Now you don't have anything. You have no inventory, no purchase history. Then you want to put in a ticket. You want to try to get Toast's attention and say, hey, I need a little bit of help. Everyone else that's going to say, just wait, just wait, just wait. When you're doing database stuff and you're moving stuff around, you don't want to wait. You want to let them know that, hey, I fell through a crack, because more people might fall through the crack. Now, everything else in that letter they said they were going to do, I'm not going to talk about because it's not sexy stuff. It's support level stuff. It's back end stuff. It's stuff that you as the end user care about only in so much as that your stuff is accurate. You don't care how it's accurate or why it's accurate or what hoops they have to jump through to make it accurate. So you just care about what you see on the front end. Everything else was really back end. Now, I do want to talk about a couple of areas of improvement, and this is kind of where I need the community support. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, the Ashes of Creation community is kind of fragmented. We all have our individual concerns, but we never really help build each other's concerns. What I'm going to talk about today really kind of driven toward the people that have referrals, but I kind of need everybody's support to be talking about this one. The referral system has a long way to go. The previous system showed a lot more information, specifically your total money earned. It also gave you a long-term accounting of purchases. You could scroll all the way back to the beginning when you made your referral account. You could see when purchases were made. Now, as it is right now, you can't even see, like I don't see purchases that were made on Friday. So it'd be nice to see some sort of identifier. So, you could do quality control of referrals. I will tell you straight up, I have a listing from one particular user who's made purchases. On the old system, about 66% accurate. Sometimes I got credit for his purchases, sometimes I didn't. I also had a $500 pack buyer. They weren't even considered one of my referrals, so I didn't get credit. That kind of sucks because that's $75 out of my pocket. What I would have liked to see is them develop their referral system like this. This is from the game Fractured. You see there's a username. I don't necessarily agree with seeing somebody else's username. You could quite simply pull that in as their display forum name. Shows you the date they registered. Over on that foundation level, you could see their purchases. There should be a link to see all of the purchases. Not necessarily what they've purchased, but how much they spent. This would really help anybody with referrals. Let me not say content creators. This would help anybody with referrals, any salespeople track their commissions. So you'd be able to say, hey man, I just created my account. No, I don't have you. All right, well, I'm going to just throw that one away. I'm going to make another one to make sure you have credit. So I'd like to see some improvements. With that said, I have no problem if they decide they have to change the referral system because it's too generous. I want to throw that one in there because I want to make sure that we as a community talk about that. Now I'm going to talk about concerns. And this is going to be, I'm going to channel my big cheeky giant, the Lord of Salt, here for a little bit. This is going to sound kind of harsh, and some of this is going to be harsh because it's really hard to talk to people in the overall MMORPG genre community about a game when there's just glaring mistakes. And I'm going to be honest, I've been critical of the web team in the past, and I'm not sure what the problem is. I'm not sure if the problem is Steven is too good of friends with the webpage team. I'm not sure if the web team is inept. I think I've produced enough content in the past to show why they're inept, or at least you can make the argument they are, and I'm going to give you a little bit more here today. But I'm also going to, in fairness to them, I'm going to start off with, I'm not sure if the web team being understaffed is the issue. Intrepid is looking to hire a full stack web developer. This may be part of the problem. Their team is short. If you've never worked on tech projects, the moment you're missing even one person on a team, stuff can go wrong. So I'm going to allow them to lean on that in fairness. Hey, we don't have our full team. That's why things are going wrong. But at the same time, I do have to say Steven's a friendly guy. He's a nice guy. Even when Steven and I have butt heads, and I have said some things about Intrepid Studios and Ashes of Creation that have been highly critical, even a little controversial, I take the flashlight, I shine it into the dark corners, I bring the ugly stuff, I put it right on the dinner table, and I say, we're going to talk about it. Sometimes it's pissed Steven off a little bit, and he said, hey, how are you getting to that conclusion? And I've said, here's how, and I always can document it. But I appreciate that Steven wants to be a motivational leader. I was a leader. Motivational leader is the best way to be. You want to be that gentle guiding hand. You want to help people achieve their best potential. But, you know, sometimes you have to be a hard ass. Sometimes you have to put boot to ass to get people motivated. So my message to the Intrepid web team comes from Glenn Ross. Man, it's fuck or walk. You need to close or you need to hit the bricks. Some of the stuff that you are doing is just, you know, day one HTML coding mistakes. No, Jay, you're being overly critical. Okay, I'm going to show you. Here's your web page. You launch your web page. It's not like it's day one launch. This has been up since December. And somebody comes along and they want to get early access. Despite all the controversy of get early access and this not being dressed up properly of what they're going to get, you click on this link and you expect that you would go somewhere except you get a 404 error. Well, that's unexcusable or inexcusable. This is your own webpage. It's not like you linked to an external partner and they changed the address, so now your link is broken. This is all in-house. So you break this down and you have this this button, and that's going to take you to this link. Put that up there. That's what the old store address used to be. This is the new store address, and it's not right. That's why you get a 404 error. You're not directing people to the right place. This is literally a 60-second fix. I can fix shit like this. So if I can do it, anybody who has a job as a web page developer on any professional team could fix this and should have fixed this last night. I pulled those images this morning. You have the page you want working. You have the link that's not working. It's literally cut, paste, save, upload, and you're done. If these people are in-house, this is literally inexcusable. I cannot excuse your link on your web page that is a marketing tool to be broken. It's on your own site. How much more Bush League do you want to appear? This doesn't just reflect badly on the web team. It reflects poorly on the whole company. And then it is another one of those things that I've said. It opens up the door for people to rush in all their other bullshit excuses that have nothing to do with what's going on, because they can say, As unfair as this is, they can say, how can I trust you to develop an MMORPG when you can't even make one link on a web page work? And what's the answer to that? Now, why is this such a big deal? I get it. People all the time say to me, Jay, you make some things that seem irrelevant out to be a big deal. Well, they're not. They're not little and they're not irrelevant. They just become links in a chain. A website should never go live with these issues. But hey, sometimes shit happens, right? And if this was the first time they were launching their website, I'd say, cool, I can forgive a couple of things. Not being able to create accounts, shit happens. A broken link or two, shit happens. Some bad verbiage, sure, shit happens. But this is the second time the web team is fucked up. Couldn't create accounts last night, have broken links. You could really argue that this is the third time they fucked up big because you launched your forums without the ability to name change, and the default name was your username. That's why there are people who wouldn't use the forums. There was this big argument of everybody whined and cried and wanted forums and nobody used them. Well, yeah, nobody wanted to use the forums while 1/2 of your username password combination was being displayed on the forums. Makes sense, right? Now, right here
I come to save the day.
Come the White Knights, right? They're going to start off some argument that says game development is. And I always love the other side of the aisle's argument. I love to debate. I love to argue. It's a pastime. But honestly, in this case, just shut it. If your argument about the webpage is going to start with the phrase game development is, then your white knighting argument is just going to make this worse. Because this isn't game development. This is web development. Now, why is this a big deal? Because you got all these people who are trying to find out about Ashes of Creation. It is still the #1 game hyped on MMORPG. It's the #5 most popular game over the year at MMORPG. Pretty significant media presence. So all these people are trying to access your website. And in the past, the website couldn't handle it and it got sick. Now, an important note here, I don't think any reasonable person blames Intrepid for the original webpage failure. You can play the could-have, should-have game. You could have had a better infrastructure from the start. You should have had a better infrastructure from the start. And that's all hindsight. Truthfully, the growth curve was amazing. The old system couldn't keep up, so they doctored it the best they could to keep it limping along. They brought in a guy, team, whatever, to develop a new web page, and then they thought what was going to happen is they were going to flip a switch and people were going to start using the new website. And unfortunately, a lot of stuff didn't work. A lot of features didn't work, and it takes time to make them work. So there was a lot of anger. Angry people, angry system, things don't work. Shit happens. But we've limped along since 19 December. The website, the way this should have worked, and I'm not just saying this, okay? If you're going to talk, be honest, but you have professional web page managers, site managers, web designers, web developers in your community, project managers that have launched websites numerous times with much bigger stores, much bigger databases than the Intrepid site. You put it up privately. You QA test it. You fix the little problems like broken links, not displaying stores. This is linked wrong, this is buried wrong, this is calling for the wrong thing. Then you could have launched it clean, and then you wouldn't have had any of these issues. Now, unless that happened, and there's still issues, but I'm going to doubt that. But this is when you need to talk to your community. Hey, guys, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. And I don't even mean on Discord. I mean, there's got to be a point where Steven just jumps on stream at home or does a video from home, like a heart-to-heart, like a Roosevelt fireside chat, and say, guys, not in a live stream format. I'm just doing a video from me to you. Here's all the things that are going on. Yes, I hear Jalon over there, putting a viewpoint on it. I hear my community putting a viewpoint on it. I hear the media putting a viewpoint on it. I just want to talk to you. Remember V from Vendetta? Breaks into the media studio and puts his message up. It was a powerful message. We need the CEO and the creative director to come out with some powerful messages, because you get little things like this. That it's great that this is now in bullet form. It just needs to be in list bullet form. And you need some paragraph formatting here. It is hard to be serious about promoting a game that 8 months later, your new store looks worse than your old store. These are little things. These are little fixes. Little fixes build confidence. If this was in a bullet list format with a paragraph break on the bottom, people would feel more confident. right now people are scratching their heads like, what's going on? Now, I do want to repeat this. I have shown this segment once in the past. I do want to repeat it. You got Steven Sharif is the CEO of Intrepid Studio. He's got all these things going on as a CEO. Being a CEO, being a business manager, being a leader, just the business side, you got a lot of things going on. But he's also the creative director, so he's got a lot of things going on. And when you mash all these things together, you got one guy who's got too much on his plate. I was hoping by this point they would have had all the staff hired, the new studio would have been built out and moved in, so that some of these things would start to fall off his plate. Now, those are some reasons and some excuses all blended into one. I don't really know what to say to that. I want to talk about the facts. And the guy's overworked. The guy's got a lot going on. He's trying to take a vision and a dream and make it a reality. But, you know, it's fuck or walk time. Now, I do want to address is Xsolla really going away? This is important because it's a community concern. And people see the Life is Feudal page and they're like, hey, that looks just really kind of like the Ashes of Creation page. And it's done by Xsolla. Well, looks can be deceiving. Just because one place, their store looks like that, doesn't mean that another place that's using Xsolla can't look different. It also doesn't mean that it's the Ashes of Creation store is going to continue to look that way. Now, I had jumped up and down on Intrepid for about 3 months and said, hey, what's the story with Xsolla? They said that because of how the store works and it's all integrated, how everything is integrated, it's going to take some time to remove Xsolla. Playing around with the database and clicking on things, it does specifically call that these things are an Xsolla purchase. So I believe them. And you don't have to necessarily believe Steven. You don't have to necessarily believe Intrepid or anything that they say. If you're watching my programs, it means you believe me. I'm going to tell you I believe them because of just facts you can't really easily fabricate. So I'm convinced that Xsolla's store is deeply integrated into their store, and it may take a lot longer than they originally thought. Plus, remember, they wanted to get to this point with the referrals, the migration, the optimization, the ability to change your forum name. They had a lot of things on the list they wanted to do. The Xsolla thing probably just hasn't filtered its way to the top yet. So don't think that we're going to let up and we're not going to keep on it. But I have no reason to doubt that they want to remove Xsolla. With that said, guys, if you want to talk more, I love to hear the other side of debates. I love comments on my videos. Comments on my videos about whatever your complaint, your concern, your bitch, your ironic musing, your positive feedback. Those are great because I know Intrepid comes over to the videos and I know they see the comments. So if you got something you want to say it. I'll engage with you. If you want to talk privately, I'm Jalan #0001 on Discord. Right now, I'm not streaming. I have to have some dental work done. I'm suffering a lot of migraines, a lot of nausea. I'm chewing on painkillers, unfortunately. Hopefully, after next week, all that'll be resolved. I can get back to streaming a little bit more regularly. Until then, check out ashes101.com if you're new to Ashes of Creation. As always, big thanks to my sponsors. These guys just let me give away a bunch of gift cards. Well, I'm in the process of doing it. Valve, Steam won't unlock the you can give cards away security thing. And beyond that, you see in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm not going to shill off my referral code. Okay, I'm going to shill off my referral code. If you're new to Ashes of Creation, referral code. I give all my money back away through contests. That's it, guys. Hopefully we get some more Ashes of Creation stuff. We can start spinning it around, rebuilding Ashes 101 on the node stuff. And then we're going to be August 20th. We're going to be playing the Battle Royale. So I will see you then. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? There's videos up here to watch. You got to go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.